Hi guys, my name is Sandra Kati and welcome to my YouTube channel. Today I'm going to be talking to you guys, I'll be giving you guys a recap of exactly what happened on today's episode of Adulting on Showmax. So the episode started off with Ubonga and Kanye telling their family about their divorce and about the finalization of such. They haven't finalized the divorce, but they are getting divorced. So they were basically telling their close family and friends about the divorce. And Kanye's brother was obviously super duper excited that they're getting a divorce because Kanye's brother did not like Ubonga from get go. Mutsigiti got into a small debacle with the brother because he felt like his brother was adding salt to the wound, and his brother was just being like condescending as always, and made a remark about Tsigiti being in and out of jail and being a jailbird and him being quiet, and just silly banter, But yeah, Ubanga did confide to Tsigiti later on in the episode that he felt as though guys guys having kids like they're not my kids, they're my babies though. But yeah, Ubonga confided to Tiki later on in the episode ukuthi he just wanted Nkanyezi to basically fight for the marriage like he has been, and Nkanyezi did not do that. If anything, she was willing. She didn't contest the divorce. She was willing to get a divorce. Hence why now they're getting a divorce. Okay, the episode progresses, and by the episode progressing, we see Uvuyani basically telling Beth that he would like Ubeth ukuthi axoshe ingane yakhe. In not so many words, he was insinuating ukuthi he would like Ubeth ukuthi axoshe ingane yakhe because ingane yakhe iyatanasa in Beth's house, of which of course ingane yakhe izotanasa in Beth's house because that's her home. That's her home. She has to Tanasa. Where else is she supposed to Tanasa? He should leave. He should not be telling uBeth usaxoshe ingane yakhe kuze ukuthi yena atanase kahle afile kahle emzini kaBeth. But he was just saying that as a cover up because Uvuyani feels like Beth's daughter is there to tempt him, izomlinga kahle kahle, and he's obviously kind of failing the test if he wants the daughter to leave. Uvuyani, you need to practice self-control, and also you need to see your partner's child as your child. I don't understand why you're not seeing her as your child and just discipline her behavior. Uvuyani is struggling with that, and he wants the child to go because he feels like that girl is a problem within ubudlelwane bakhe noBeth. The episode continues, guys. I'm sorry about the interrupting sound behind me. I do live in a location, meaning you will hear those occasional sounds of either chickens crowing or something, or cars going past, but I'm going to try to use my voice, project my voice enough so that you guys can hear this review, right? Okay, and then as the episode progresses, no, this girl Uminki, it seems like they're getting back together, or they're just around each other a lot, and Ukoko rightfully so is not happy because Uminki, the only thing she does is bring trouble and just brings crime into Tigi's life, but they are together again, and the doctor the social worker that was dating with Tigi is out of the picture. And then guys, Umpo's gotten she just got a new property that he's living in. He wants to share with this woman that he's dating now, and in terms of what's this word like, he doesn't have the problems that he used to have in terms of what was going on with him. He doesn't have them anymore, so he's moving in with this girl. He got a new property, and he's blocking Uzitu like crazy because Uzitu keeps wanting imali engane. Honestly speaking, I feel like Uzitu sends a cool. Every episode she's asking for money for the kids. It's either she's asking for imali sports, if not she's asking for imali sports, if not sports imali what's this scholar. She's always asking for money from Umpo. Like just because they got a divorce, he didn't magically just come up to money. He's struggling, and he was just telling Ubonga just how much he's struggling. And Uzita also went to confide in Ubonga and basically tell Ubonga, guys, I'm like, my kids are gonna struggle because Umpo is blocking me. He's not giving me any money for the kids anymore. And Ubonga was basically saying, no, sometimes why would Umpo do that? Which is very valid advice because Uzi is always asking for Umpo, but it's like she forgets what Nazing and she needs to also chip in. And another thing, I love the fact that adulting is showing us. Oh, another thing I wanted to say, why is everybody going to Ubonga for advice? Just because you have money doesn't mean you're smart. Just because you have money, or just because you're successful doesn't mean you have the answers to everything. Ubonga's marriage is like, it's iapela. If he had all the answers, why can't he keep his wife? I'm just saying, they need to also consider that. But that's a story for another day. Holistically speaking, everything that happened in last week is what's happening this week. It's just a continuation. I don't like adulting for the very fact ukuthi angazi ukuthi kahle kahle yini inhloso yale show. What are you teaching us? What exactly are you teaching us? What is the purpose of the show? And it's just too inappropriate. It's just there's too many inappropriate scenes that are so unnecessary, and I don't like it just because of that. I'm just doing this review because I need to do it for you, but ultimately I would not be watching the show if anything. By the way, though, I need to say the best actress for me in the show is definitely Usamkeli Ndlovu, who plays Umiki. The transformation is drastic. The transformation is it's drastic. Okay, it's drastic. If you saw the real Samkeli Ndlovu and Umiki, they are polar opposites. So the fact that you can actually become somebody that she's completely different to and nail the role, that means she's a phenomenal actress, and I think she deserves her flowers. And I think she won. I think she won something for that. She won an award for that. Anyway, guys, that's as far as I'm going to report about the Adulting Showmax. What do you guys think? Do you think the show is necessarily? What do you like? Who do you like? What's good? But ultimately, for me, I'm glad Uguti. I'm not glad. Okay, I'm glad Ugusuna Ubonga is getting a divorce from Ukanyezi. Because I feel like Ukanyezi is selfish. You can't get married and then you don't want to do your marital duties as far as bearing kids. That's what marriage is about. It's about coming together and creating a family. If you don't want a family, don't get married. Period. I don't understand. Like Kanyezi is just selfish, and I feel like Ubonga deserves better in that front. And then Uzi, so she's too entitled. She can't be asking for money every single episode. Like there needs to come a point where she also like steps back and just stops asking and asking and asking. That's how I feel. What do you guys think? Please tell me in the comment section. Goodbye.